Welcome back to Couch Casual, where casuals like me talk about casual things. And in today's episode, we will be talking about the 2024 NFL Free Agency Quarterback Edition. Now, before we start, this isn't a very exciting quarterback free agent class, but we will still discuss the top 10 available free agents at the quarterback position. Starting at number 1, we have former Vikings quarterback Joshua Dobbs. Now, I don't think he's going back to Minnesota because if you saw my mock draft, I had the Vikings taking McCarthy. So I don't really think they're going to draft or re-sign Dobbs. But I do think that whether the Bears trade Fields, keep Fields, they need a backup. So I have Dobbs going to the Chicago Bears. And I have him signing roughly a 1-year, $6.5 million contract. Nothing too much on a nice 1-year deal, just to be the backup to whoever they have at quarterback. Next, we have old man, comeback player of the year, Joe Flacco. I think that Joe Flacco is going to sign with the Patriots. Now, I think the Patriots draft a rookie. Whoever that is, I think they draft a rookie. And they need a veteran quarterback. They can't have Bailey Zappi mentor that rookie. They can't have Mac Jones mentor that rookie. So I think they're going to sign Joe Flacco because I don't think he's going back to the Browns. So I think the Patriots are going to sign him to about a year and $7 million contract just to be that mentor for their rookie quarterback that I think they'll have next year starting. Then we get to Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor is an interesting one. I don't really know what the Giants are going to do. I think they're going to bring back Daniel Jones because they don't really have another choice but to bring back Daniel Jones. And I think that Tyrod Taylor leaves the Giants and signs with the Commanders. I think he, just like Joe Flacco, is going to be a backup to whoever they draft because I also think they will take a rookie quarterback. Now, Tyrod's a little younger, so I do have him signing a 2-year deal, but around the same total salary as Flacco at 7.6 with Tyrod Taylor, just to be that backup and again mentor for the rookie. Now, Jamus Winston. Jamus is an interesting one. I think he wants a chance to play. I think Jamus is tired of being a backup, and I think the Saints are going to bring back Derek Carr just because of how expensive he is. So I think Jamus signs with the Denver Broncos because they're obviously moving on from Russell Wilson. And I have no idea who they're going to get at quarterback, whether they draft a rookie, trade for a guy. I think the potential solution could be Jamus Winston signing a 2-year, roughly $10 million contract. I have 10.4 right here. And I think this could be the short-term answer, at least, for the Broncos quarterback. Sean Payton gets to reunite with Jamus Winston. I think they were together at one point. Not quite sure. So that's where I have Jamus heading. Next up is Gardner Minshew. Now, Minshew came in for Anthony Richardson after he got hurt, and he had a lot of success. They almost made the playoffs, lost to the Texans in the last game to win the division. And I think there was just too much success there. So I think he goes back to the Colts for about 2 years, $11 million, nothing crazy. And speaking of reunite, I think Tyler Huntley, he just fits the Ravens system so well that I think he goes back to Baltimore on about 3 years, $9.5 million. He's a little younger, so I do give him that 3-year contract. Not as much, though, about, again, same total salary as Gardner Minshew, but just like him, I have him and Gardner staying put, just continuing to be that backup for the two quarterbacks, Richardson and Lamar. Again, this quarterback class is not all that special. Next up, we have Ryan Tannehill. Now, I think Ryan Tannehill leaves Tennessee. I think they stick with Will Levis, and maybe the Titans show up later or not. Who knows? But I have Ryan Tannehill headed to Las Vegas. I think, we all know the Raiders already got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. I think they stick with Aiden O'Connell. I think that Aiden O'Connell is the future of Las Vegas, and I think the Raiders believe that too. Antonio Pierce had a lot of success with Aiden O'Connell, so I think they stick with him. But just like the Commanders getting Tyrod Taylor, and just like the Patriots getting Joe Flacco, I think they need a veteran presence for Aiden O'Connell, and that's where I think Ryan Tannehill comes in, signing a nice little 1 year, $5 million contract, maybe 2 years. I think Ryan Tannehill needs a prove-it year. Now, who knows how much he'll be able to prove it being on the Raiders, but I think he only gets a 1 year contract. Now we get Jacoby Brissett. Now, I don't really know how to feel about Jacoby Brissett as a quarterback. I think he's pretty decent. So I think he signs with Arizona, just a nice backup for Kyler Murray, who now gets to play a full season if he stays healthy, hopefully. So I think they just get Brissett for a nice 1 year, $7 million contract. Just be a backup because Commanders got Tyrod, so he can't really go back there. Now we get to the, I guess, bigger name free agent quarterbacks. First up, Baker Mayfield, who I think should have been the comeback player of the year, personally. Baker comes into Tampa, has a career resurgence. So I think the only right decision is going back to Tampa. I don't see why he goes anywhere else but Tampa. And I think they get him a very, very nice contract. A 4-year, $104 million long-term contract. Baker finally can potentially be a franchise quarterback like he was drafted by the Browns to be. But this time in Tampa, not where I thought he was going. But he gets to be that franchise quarterback. And the biggest name of the free agency is Kirk Cousins. Where will Kirk Cousins go? I think the Vikings keep Kirk Cousins. And like my mock draft says, I haven't taken J.J. McCarthy. They could take another quarterback, trade up for a quarterback, but I think they draft one and let him sit behind Kirk Cousins. Now, sitting behind him for 3 years, as this contract says, 3 years, $120 million, could be a lot. Maybe they work in some, a way where they can get out of that contract in the 3rd year, so they only have him, the rookie sitting behind him for 2 years. But I think they're kind of pigeonholed to bring back Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is great. He was playing MVP caliber football before he got injured. He's getting up there in age, but I think he's a very good quarterback. Now, can he recover from that injury? We'll have to see, but I still think he's very good. So I have him going back to Minnesota and starting in place of their rookie quarterback that I think they will draft, who will then get to play a few years later. Now, that's it for the top 10 free agent quarterbacks, but I do want to throw in 2 bonuses here. First up is Russell Wilson. We all know the Broncos are moving on from Russell Wilson. Him and Sean Payton do not like each other. He is leaving. He's out the door. He needs a fresh start. So I think whether he gets traded or cut, I think he goes to Pittsburgh. I don't know what they're going to do about Kenny Pickett. Maybe you have a quarterback competition between him and Russell Wilson, but I think Russell Wilson goes to Pittsburgh, and maybe he can revive his career there, maybe be a great veteran backup, maybe compete for the start over Kenny Pickett, who I'm still not quite in on regarding Kenny Pickett. I don't know if he's good or not. So I like this move. Get Russell Wilson, have some competition in there, maybe have some veteran mentorship as well. And the last quarterback we have, that again is not a free agent, but there's still skepticism of where they're going to play next year, and that is Justin Fields. My mock draft says the Bears take Caleb Williams, and they don't trade the number 1 pick. I don't quite know whether the Bears should or not, but I just believe they will keep the number 1 pick. I think they're thinking that they need to restart the rookie quarterback salary, build around a quarterback that has 5 years of a rookie contract. So I think they're moving on from Fields. Whether I think that's the right decision or not, I'm not quite sure, but I think that's what they're going to do. And the last team that kind of really hasn't signed a quarterback here that either needs a starter or needs a backup. Now, I don't think Fields is a backup by any means. I think he goes to the Atlanta Falcons. Raheem Morris, the head coach. You got him, Bijan, Pitts, Drake London. A very good defense. I think Fields could be a perfect fit in Atlanta. But I also think he'll be a perfect fit in Chicago as well. But that's neither here nor there. So that's it for my quarterback free agency / trade predictions of this offseason. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn that notification bell on. And let me know in the comments what you'd want to see in the future. Of course, we'll be doing more free agency predictions and mock drafts, but let me know what else you want to see. Thank you for listening.